Welcome to another episode of Reasonably Shady. I am Gizelle Bryant.
What's up? What's up? I'm Robyn Dixon. Thank you for being here with us once again.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Do you know that's what the Bible says?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Bible tells me so.
But the Bible tells me so.
Yes.
Thank you, Whitney Houston. We love you. Whitney's gone. Prince is gone.
Yes.
Michael Jackson is gone. Quincy Jones is gone.
Quincy Jones. Yes.
I'm so sad about Quincy. Well, I'm actually, okay, let me say that and put it in perspective.
Yeah.
He lived a huge life.
Exactly.
Like, he did his big one.
Yes.
Every day.
Right.
But I just thought he would live forever.
I know. And I just think when you think about like music itself and like all of the legends that we've lost.
Yeah.
And I think about like who's going to carry that
torch
legacy on? It's
no
not
one.
a lot of people.
I think he
You
was
know?
one of one. I don't think anybody, there's no, because you have to keep in mind, he was studying and learning about music when he was like 8 or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And he lived through the times of like segregation and, just having to just kind of fight through all of the challenges being a Black man in the music industry and his artists. And so, yeah, it's just, wow, that's another one gone.
Another one gone. But his music, guess what? Lives on forever.
It sure does. But I do think like Whitney Houston, like who is next? Who we don't really have like,
we don't
after
have
like Mariah Carey, I'm like, who has like a voice
like that. Well, Adele has a voice.
We have Adele, Jennifer Hudson, but they just don't seem to have, I don't know.
They're not like Whitney.
Impact.
Yes, Whitney was everything.
Yes.
But like, do you know Quincy like wrote everything, composed everything?
Oh, really?
Like when he passed, like they were like talking about all the music that we didn't know that he did.
Oh,
he did it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was a big factor behind a lot of people's careers.
Yeah. Okay. So I saw there was an interview, him talking about Michael Jackson, and so remember that song. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know the name
Don't
of the song.
Stop, that one?
Yeah,
Don't
that
stop
one.
Till you get it.
Yeah. So they did it.
Uh-huh.
And and Michael Jackson called him and was like, kill the violins in the beginning. Where it's like, and Quincy was like, no. So Michael was like, I love it, but like kill the violins. Like it was this big violin conversation.
Okay.
And Quincy was like, first of all, you're not going to tell me what to do on the song that I created.
Right.
You just hear singing your part.
It, right.
And without the violins, the song is stupid.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And the violins made the song.
Yes.
So, Michael Jackson, you were wrong.
Exactly.
Quincy, you were right.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, moving on. Do you have a shady moment?
I do. So this is not really my shady moment, but like Corey's shady moment.
Oh, hey, Corey.
Yes. So Corey is, he's working on getting his driver's license.
Yes.
He just has one more session in the car with the person.
Love it.
Driving around.
Love it. What company? Well, can you say the company y'all are using?
Because
mine was like real ghetto, but it was great.
Yeah. So
is it a ghetto one? Is it Habershaft? Haber?
No, this is called.
Okay.
But I'm about to tell you about the ghetto-ness
okay.
of the driving school.
Yeah, the driving school. Listen, mine was funny, but go ahead.
Right. So, first of all, he's like in these cars that are like super teeny tiny.
Of
and
course.
He's like, oh my gosh, I'm driving for 2 hours. I'm in pain, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he tells me that while he was driving,
yeah,
his instructor was passed out asleep.
Okay, the girls would tell me that theirs was on the phone.
Really?
But like head down on the phone.
Yes.
Not even looking
Not
up.
even looking.
No.
Yes. This woman was passed out on the street. I mean, slumped over. He was like, she was snoring and everything.
What?
And then she would like wake up randomly and he would have like one hand on the wheel. And she'd be like, oh, you got one hand on the wheel. Stop. And so then he would like, get back to it.
Are we going to say the name? We're not going to say the name.
I think I did just say the name, but it's fun. I was like, okay.
That's comedy.
Crazy. Like, what if he was a horrible driver? Like, what if he really needed you to instruct him on how to drive?
Well, let me give it to you a step further. Grace doesn't know how to park.
Oh.
And she's had her license for years now.
Yes.
So I was just in Florida with her. She wanted to drive the rental-car, which, by the way, you shouldn't do because, like, she's
too young. Yeah, you got to be like 25 and up, right?
Oh, really? To drive a rental-car?
I think so.
Okay. Enterprise, don't kill me. But Grace was driving the rental-car
Yeah.
because she wanted to, like, be in control of, like, showing me everything,
Okay.
right? So we get to Target because you know we're gonna do a Target run, and it is a full parking lot at Target, and there was like 2 cars, and then there was an empty spot in the middle of the 2 cars. She couldn't pull into the. She could not pull in. I said, so you can't park?
Right.
And so she was like, well, you know, I have a little car because, you know, her car is really little.
Yeah.
I said, the car that we were driving,
Yes.
it wasn't an SUV or anything. It was little. She was like, I said, so the people didn't teach you how to park?
Oh my gosh.
And she was like, well, Ma, they was like always on their phone and stuff. And I was like, what? You don't know how to park? Does not know how to park. I said, get out.
That.
I told her to get out the car. I will park.
Right. I believe that because Corey has struggled parking. I think that's just like, Corey's a great driver, but when it comes to parking, he's like, oh, so they haven't gotten to the parking lesson? Is there a
that's
parking
important
lesson?
because that's a part of the driving test.
Right, to pass the test.
Yes.
But like, can we speak on the driving test? Like, I don't know everywhere else. Actually, well, they did add a road.
Driving on the road.
On the road
yes.
portion.
For
I know when I got my test, it was like, okay, driving this, this little course, right? You just drive around, and as long as you could parallel park and stop at a stop sign, you got your license. Like,
no, it's a little
so
more.
crazy.
You do have to drive on the street now.
Yeah, so now you do have to drive on the street. Okay.
But when she parked, Grace in particular, for her driving test, she was like, it was horrible.
Okay.
But then she looked at the guy and she was like, was it good? Hee hee. So because she was cute, he was past her.
He let her go. And she had to, so can she parallel park?
No.
Oh,
none of my children can parallel park. None of them.
Oh,
but I think that's a DC thing, to be honest with you.
Really?
Because I'm sorry. When I originally got my license, I got it in DC.
Okay.
Parallel park was part of the test.
Yeah.
You had to parallel park. And a lot of people failed. Parallel parking is, it's a little bit of a skill set.
Yeah.
My kids don't know how to do it.
Okay.
And they say that you don't really need it. This is what my kids say, unless you're in DC.
What? That's not true.
That's not true at all. But Grace, you can't even
park at
Target.
She needs it if she's in, but that's downtown, but that's
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
That's not true.
So anyway, this is.
And oh my gosh, God forbid they don't have a camera in the car.
Right, to look.
Right.
Yeah. This car had a camera and she still couldn't park.
Right.
I was like, this is horrible.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So tell Corey, well, you got to teach Corey how to park.
Yeah. We'll definitely spend more time. He's getting better. But the lady was passed out asleep.
I believe it.
And then when she was awake, she was cussing people out.
Yes. Auntie out here cussing people out.
Yes.
Okay, so my shady moment. It deals with and I'm not going to say the name of the company, but there's a company that and this has happened twice.
Okay.
If I buy one thing, they all of a sudden put me on a subscription plan.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So you and I talked before and you were like, well, Gizelle, you probably checked something.
Right.
So the second time I bought, the first time.
Or it was automatically checked and you didn't realize it was automatically checked.
And so you have to uncheck.
Yes.
So the first time it happened, I called them and they're like, oh, just keep the stuff. Nope. So I sent it back.
Okay.
So I ordered something again.
Okay.
And I just recently got a whole nother case of stuff that I did not order.
Okay.
So it's causing me now to never order anything from them ever because this is what y'all do. This is the scheme.
Right. Yeah, that's how they get people.
Yeah. So because then I have to go out my way to return it and all that. So that for me is it's not even shady. It's it should be illegal.
Yeah, they should not be allowed to make that the selection first.
Yes.
You should have to choose the subscription. You shouldn't have to unchoose the subscription.
Totally.
That's in my house, Juan kept getting these damn packs of Rise mushroom coffee. First of all, matcha,
not mushroom.
No.
Matcha?
It's both. It's matcha mushroom coffee.
Where'd that come from?
Right, because number one, he doesn't even drink coffee. But he's, if I could tell you all the stuff he buys off of Instagram, he's a sucker for Instagram shit, right? Hence my $699 juicer.
Yes, that
I love.
Do you use?
Have you used? I do.
Do you use it every day? You should use it every day.
Not every day.
Okay.
I mean, I'll try to it's so crazy. So now we're on a tangent. I'll try to make enough juice that I can like put it in a pitcher and they can drink from it.
Okay.
But it's like the juice is so good.
It is.
They crush it like the same day that I make it.
But you have to buy like 1 million.
I know. Yeah, like
apples.
I know.
Okay.
So BJ's and Costco's. That's where we got to go.
Oh yeah, Costco.
Okay.
I hate that place.
So the rise. So I don't know how he ordered this shit, right? So I look in he just kept getting these packets. He never opened them. Like he buys stuff and then never opens the package.
Lovely.
Never uses it. So finally, after like the 5th one came, I'm like, let me taste this shit. That shit was the nastiest shit I've ever.
Oh, so it's like already done coffee.
Yeah, it's like powder. It's like it comes in like a pack, a bag pack or whatever, and it's like has a scooper in it. It's a powder. You just put it in some almond milk or whatever, and you drink it. It was the most disgusting thing I ever tasted. And I'm like, no, like pull up this freaking website and unsubscribe.
Okay,
now.
Could you simply unsubscribe, or did you have to go through jumps and hoops?
He had to go through jumps and hoops. He had to like email them and call them and all that type of stuff.
So you know that they're trying to stop that, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, I did see that. That was something that I think Biden or the administration was trying to do, like to make the subscription stuff regulated or something.
Right. Okay, so there's a man in Ohio that canceled his credit card to escape an uncancelable gym membership.
Yes.
I understand.
But what's crazy? So I've been there before.
Me too.
You can't just say, give me a new card with a new number. Like they still somehow are able to charge it.
Oh, you mean talking about the gym?
Whoever has your card on a recurring charge.
Okay.
So it's not enough to say, I want a new card. Like close this
card and give me a new number.
Yeah. Because it's still the same account. Like you have to fully close the account and open a fully new card. So because I'll have stuff that's I have a PlayStation charge on my card, $5.95 every month. And I ask everyone in my house, who is this for? Who is using this? And none of them know who it belongs to. So I call and I say, you all are charging me every month. Can you stop? And they're like, well, what's the account number? I'm like, I don't know. No one in my house knows who this belongs to.
Right.
So I can't even tell you the account number. I said, just stop it. I'm like, can I give you my card number and you can look it up and stop? And they're like, no, we can't do that. Like they cannot stop charging my card. But if I have gotten a new card with a new number,
they'll find a way.
They still charge my card.
Now that's crazy.
Yeah.
And that should not be happening.
And I don't want to fully close my credit card account
for $5.99.
Yes. And then open a new one and have a different interest rate, have a different credit limit, all of that.
No.
I cannot cancel this $5.95.
But they're saying that there's now like new laws saying that you can get out of like gym memberships and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Unless somebody changes it.
Yeah, you should. I mean, it's crazy.
Somebody like with orange hair. So, speaking of semi-nasty, orange face. Okay, so do we think, because I think this is genius.
Okay.
Genius, Robyn.
Genius, okay.
7-Up in the flavor of a Shirley Temple.
Yeah, should they make one? Yes.
No, it's in the works.
Yes.
Isn't that genius?
That is.
Genius.
Yes.
Because I love Shirley Temple.
It's like, finally.
Right. Like, why didn't we think about this a long time ago?
I wonder, though, how good it will taste. Because I feel like
the best part is like
the
that.
grenadine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's got to be heavy grenadine.
Yeah. It has to be like good. Yeah. The grenadine has to be good.
And throw that cherry. Well, you're not going to be able to throw a cherry.
You won't have cherry. But no. I mean, that's simple. It's just Sprite or 7-Up with grenadine in it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how that turns out. But I do think that's a great idea.
It's a great idea. I don't know why they haven't thought of it. I should have thought of it.
Yeah.
So in Japan, because they're more civilized than Americans, I'm convinced. Those who arrive early to work park further away from the workplace to allow those who arrive late, Robyn Dixon, to make it on time.
Oh, that's
showing
so courteous.
Mutual understanding. Do you see this parking lot?
Damn. What?
So there's a parking lot that could have the picture that I'm looking at. There's a parking lot that could, I don't know, maybe 1,000 cars could fit in this parking lot. They are the furthest from the building.
Wow.
And they around. How nice is that?
That is so courteous and kind. I thank you, people of Japan.
But is this perpetuating the Robyn Dixons of the world? Is this perpetuating late people?
Oh.
Because we're giving you the best spots.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely...
It's allowing Robyn to say, you know what? I'm going to definitely have a space when I get to work.
Right.
Because all of my fellow coworkers are nicer and kinder.
Have looked out for me.
And have looked out for me.
Yeah.
And get up on time.
So you would be like, hell no.
I'll be like, hell no. I'm parking in the front.
Room for them.
I feel like me getting there early, the reward that I get is that I park in the front.
I see that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And if I allow you to park in the front, then you're going to come late all the time.
Right. I agree with that.
Yes.
So if I know that, okay, I can just pull right in.
Yes.
Walk right in.
You're gonna do it all the time. Unless I get more on my paycheck for a parking bar.
Right. You get a bonus.
If there's a bonus at the end of the year, then I'll park as far as you want to park.
Yeah, but that is kind of like handicapping the people who are late.
Because they get but the question is, do people in Japan have a problem with lateness?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. So
they're probably no Robyn Dixons.
It's probably more so like they just get there super early and they're just making room for the people who get there on time.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
Also interesting was Dwyane Wade's statue.
Oh, yes. We didn't talk about that.
We did not talk about his statue.
Talk about that.
So D Wade got a statue unveiled in Miami.
Yes.
In front of, I don't know the name of there.
Is it still American Airlines Arena?
It's a something.
I know it was at some point.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and it was like a whole big to-do.
Yes.
His whole family was there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you get a statue put outside of a arena.
That's a big deal.
Of your team. Like you made a huge impact and they want to honor you.
Yes.
So it was a huge honor.
Huge honor.
Yes.
So they unlift the curtain.
They unlifted the curtain.
Unlifted. What's the word?
Unveiled.
Unveiled the curtain.
Yes. Or...
Smoke was going everywhere.
Yes.
It was a whole production.
Yes.
They got Steven Spielberg to produce it. Just kidding. Okay, so big production.
Yes.
And then we look at the statue.
Yes. And we're like, who is that? Who is this?
And we were all thinking.
It was Lawrence Fishburne.
We were thinking, this is not.
Are we in the Matrix?
Dwyane Wade?
Yes, we're in the Matrix. We're in the Matrix, y'all.
And D Wade swallowed the blue pill. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That was weird.
That was weird. So you know what?
He had no reaction, by the way.
Yeah, he kind of had a smile. It was like
it was like a hug. I felt like it was a hug.
Couldn't tell if it was like, oh, this is amazing. They made me a statue. Or he was like, what the fuck? But what's crazy is, did you know this? He actually saw the statue while it was being made.
Oh. And he never said, that doesn't look like me?
I guess not. But I think what happens is there's something that gets a little lost in translation when it goes from the beginning part of the statue to when they
molding
bronze it.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
But I was curious, even if I didn't like the pose.
The pose was whack.
Yeah, it was weird. It's like his mouth is open, and I didn't understand who chose that actual.
Yeah, well, he doesn't. I don't feel like Dwyane Wade has a signature pose. Jordan has the jump man. I felt like Kobe had. It's Kobe.
Yeah.
This is actually disturbing.
Yeah.
And they gave him a beard. He didn't have a beard while he was playing, I don't think. Or if it was I think the statue has a beard. It looks like it has a beard. Actually, the statue looks like your uncle at the barbecue. It looks like anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody and everybody.
Yeah. It was weird because I was just before I saw that he actually saw it prior to, I was like, okay, they got to have somebody checking in with this sculptor and saying what are you doing, how's it going? Can we see the prototype? Can we see your vision? And I was just like, where did they come up with this pose, this face, and how did we get here?
Right.
But I think something just gets messed up when they bronze it.
Lost in translation.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote, with all the technology, they still managed to come up short.
Yeah.
Who the hell is this?
Yeah. And the sculptor, he defended his work. So
did he?
He did.
Okay. Everybody said it looked like Lawrence Fishburne and Dikembe Mutombo. Rest in peace.
Does not look like. I don't know.
But Dikembe,
do you think they'll change it because they did change.
Is it changeable?
The soccer player Ronaldo? He had some like a bust of himself somewhere. I don't know where it is, and it was he looked like a cartoon character, like his bust, and they changed it out.
Did they?
They fixed it. Yeah. So
he probably had to pay for that though, but he has beyond.
Gobbles.
Do you know his? Have you ever seen his girlfriend's?
They have a Netflix.
She
show?
does.
I've never watched it.
I've watched it. I absolutely love her.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
okay.
Her name is Georgina.
Okay.
And
I feel like we've talked about this.
We talked about Georgina a little bit, but I think so because there's a place that they went. They traveled in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, because we talked about Saudi Arabia, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. My brain is crazy. So there's a place that they traveled vacation in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
That's next on my list to go to.
Okay.
So I was asking people, was it okay for Americans to go to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, I think it is.
It is? It's safe? I don't know.
I think so. I believe so.
Listen, I want to tell the Saudi Arabian people I'm coming.
Okay.
Because it is beautiful.
Really? Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I'm going to have to save all my coins.
Yes, I could imagine.
Very expensive.
I could imagine.
But she's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she does a lot for she has a lot of philanthropy.
Okay.
She does a lot of stuff. Yeah, she's absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why he hasn't married her, but that's a whole nother story. My business on that. She's only given him 4 kids, but okay. Okay. No marriage here. He was married. I think he was scorned.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they raise that son, the son from that relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who by the way, is following his father's footsteps.
Okay.
He is junior.
Oh.
And
pressure.
Huge pressure.
Yeah.
So good luck with that.
Pressure.
Yeah. He's gonna play. He's gonna do a Bronny. He's gonna play. By the way, let's talk about Bronny.
I don't know that I want to talk about that.
I do.
Oh gosh.
Because you know what I liked?
What?
I like the fact that Barkley, Shaquille, they're being honest.
Yeah, they kept it real.
They kept it so real,
Yeah.
and they're like, he don't belong in the league.
Yeah, they're right. Yeah.
Of course, they're right.
Yes.
And no shade to Bronny,
Yeah.
but shade to LeBron.
Yes.
And the shade, and as a
agree.
parent, I would say, do not put that kind of. Why did you put that kind of pressure on your child?
I know. So, it's funny. Okay, there's like people debate this, and they're like, well, like I see both ways.
I see both sides.
So one is like, okay, if you have the ability to influence a team, to draft your son, and you can make history, you can do something that
has never been done,
probably will never happen again.
Nope.
You can play on an NBA team with your son, like you would do it. Like, you just like, wow, that's just something that's amazing. And
but why? Why is that so amazing?
So then on the flip side,
okay.
Well, why? I mean, it's just
why? It's all because it's all ego.
It is ego. It's right. It's ego driven. I think, maybe some people who are, professional athletes understand it more so than others or whatever. Like, you just like, oh my gosh, like that's just like a father. Like I know how much how much pride he has in watching our sons play and
Obviously.
how he's like, super involved. And it's like, it's almost like they live through their children once they're not playing anymore. So like I get that. But on the flip side, because and then people were like, oh, any player that would have had the ability to do that would do it, right? They're like, oh, every player, if you could put your son on the team with you, you would do it. And I said,
I don't believe that.
Right. I said, no. I believe, let's take Michael Jordan, for example.
Yes.
Michael Jordan's children weren't, they played basketball, but they weren't like super talented. I believe that Michael Jordan has the perspective on life, like, no, you need to earn this. Like, I don't think Michael Jordan would have ever done that.
Ever.
I think he would have made his son earn every single thing that he got.
Totally.
So, so there are a lot of people that say, oh, you would do it if you could. Like,
hence,
no.
they're not in the will.
Right.
Just kidding.
Well,
we don't know what the will is.
After that public photo of,
Marcus ain't in the will.
Snorting.
Marcus, your inheritance is 0.
Yes.
Okay. But anyway.
Yes. But I don't believe Michael Jordan would go for that. I don't believe Michael Jordan would just give his son a handout. Nope. I think he would be the harshest critic on his son and say, no, you ain't
good enough.
This.
You're not ready.
Now, I do think in a situation like, okay, if your son is super talented and you think that he can play in the NBA, you know that he can play in the NBA, then yeah, okay, maybe I'll try to influence my team to draft my son.
Maybe.
So we could be on the same team. But not if my son is not ready.
He's not ready. He's not, like, I think
nowhere near ready.
I think he just scored his first point.
Yeah, I think
and that was like 8 games in or something crazy.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
the fact that he even gets in the game is crazy.
That part, there's that part. Okay, and like, listen, Savannah girl, we love you.
Yeah,
and it's no shade to how y'all have raised y'all child.
Right.
However, and I get because the boy was sick and all that.
Yeah,
he had open heart surgery. All that. So I get the whole. We just trying to
the significance of it.
I get it
as a family.
But sometimes you do more damage when you give somebody something that they're not ready for.
Yeah.
Then you understand in the moment.
Yeah. Because
right?
now they're exposing him to like all types of scrutiny.
Yes. Okay.
And then now you're going to have players who are just going to be coming for his neck.
Okay. So that part. So you have players that are on the team.
Right.
You're taking their spot.
Yes.
So I'm mad. If you're taking my spot and I've actually worked my ass off my entire life to get this spot legitimately, I'm mad.
Yeah.
Not only am I mad at Bronny, I'm mad at his dad.
Yeah.
There's that.
But not just his dad, but all the people who allow his dad to influence the team like this.
All of it. Yes. All of it.
Yes.
There's that.
I would be like, no, get me out of here. I want to be traded.
When
like,
LeBron, you should have left with your hairline. Yeah. Like your hairline's receding. It's time to retire.
Yes.
I just feel like, when we help our children when they help themselves. And Bronny, it was handed to you.
Yeah. And it's not like, I'm sure Bronny works hard. I'm sure he
does.
I'm sure he wants it. So it's not that we don't know how much work he's putting in, but to play in the NBA, you have to be a extra special talent.
Yes.
Like, it's not easy.
No. And it's not even just on the court.
Very few make it to the NBA. And so to hand that out to someone like that over people who actually deserve it more so.
Who are more talented, who really had to work for it, came out the mud.
Yeah.
And it's not just about what's on a court.
Yeah.
First of all, and now you're traveling with your child.
Right.
So now the entire team has to kind of govern themselves accordingly.
Yeah.
Because we got a child in the room.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on. It becomes, all of it becomes something else.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. But
I don't like it at all. Get him off the team. And in the words of Charles Barkley, go to the G League.
But even the G League he's not even ready for the G League.
He's not.
Trust me, if he goes to the G League, those guys in the G League are going to eat him for dinner.
Alive.
Like they're going to tear him up and they're going to be going for his neck. They're going that's even worse.
Yeah.
And the thing is, from when we watch, we spend a lot of time on Bronny.
Yeah.
But when I watch him, I'm like, he doesn't really know the game.
No.
It's not even just his skills. He doesn't really know the game to play at that level. And so you're really doing him a disservice by putting him in that.
Also that Bron can say, I played with my son. Who gives a fuck? Right. You're hurting your son.
Yeah.
You're not helping him.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done. And I get the whole,
oh my gosh, well, the white people, they have nepotism all the time and nobody complains when they have nepotism. And
this has actually never been done by anybody. And if it were Larry Bird, Larry Bird would be like, son, you ain't ready.
Right. Because it's like you can publicly see, they're being exposed on a level that you can't see, like, okay, if a businessman hires his son to be the intern, we're not, the public's not on the receiving end of that where we can see it, but we can see he doesn't belong there.
No, he does not.
Before we get into reading a letter, I do want to ask you.
Okay, yes, ask me.
And ask the people.
Yes, the people.
Have you ever had Texas Roadhouse, the rolls from Texas Roadhouse?
So Texas Roadhouse is a restaurant?
Yes. It's a restaurant.
Where would this be?
So there's one here near my house in Columbia, Maryland. They're not everywhere.
Okay.
I don't even know where the next closest one is.
Never stepped foot in there.
Never had it.
Okay.
So for the people who are listening, and I want to tell you this, I might have to get some of these for you.
Okay.
They have these rolls.
Okay.
Warm rolls.
You know I love a warm roll.
Oh my gosh. And they serve it with this cinnamon butter.
Ooh.
Oh my God. It is.
What?
Yes. So I'm going to get some for you.
Okay.
So So Carter is my foodie, my greedy foodie in the house.
Yes, we love Carter.
So yes, he will ask me to take him to Texas Roadhouse so we can buy 24 of rolls. Like we will buy 24 of rolls and they're gone the next day. Like,
Okay, so you can buy them to go?
Yes. Yes.
But are they have they already been made, or is it just dough?
No, they're made.
They're made. Okay.
They're warm. They're
Okay.
made. I mean, and Carter, instead of eating like the meal, the food,
He's gonna eat them rolls.
he's gonna have a plate of like 6 rolls. And like,
Yes.
so
Texas
listen,
Roadhouse.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all are listening, if you are near Texas Roadhouse,
Yeah. Get
and
into
you've
it.
never been in, please stop and get you some rolls from Texas Roadhouse with the butter.
Ooh. With the butter?
Yeah. Next time you come, I'm gonna have some for you.
Okay. There's a lot that I know.
I
A lot.
I'm
that
gonna make you some
crumble
juice.
cookies. Oh, yeah,
You're gonna have
juice.
some crumble cookies.
Yes.
I'm gonna have some rolls.
Yes. I love it.
Yes.
Okay. Can't wait. I'll be a fat girl. I like being slim, thick, fat. I mean,
Slim, thick, fat.
all the things. Okay. That's me. All right. Anyway, this is a letter.
Okay.
That's Alexandria wrote to us. Oh, about tumor awareness. Gizelle, I want to thank you for bringing awareness to the cause. In December 2019, we discovered my grandmother had a brain tumor at 78, and she was never sick, quote, sick before. And it came out of the blue. On New Year's Eve, she thankfully had surgery to remove the tumor, which gave us more time to spend with her until she passed away in February of 2020. So I guess she just lasted a month. Hearing you had only 12 days with your father once he was diagnosed breaks my heart. It didn't seem like a lot of time, but having those few weeks with my grandmother meant the world. So again, thank you for bringing awareness, because everyone deserves the best care and to have as much time with their loved ones. Alexandria. So thank you for writing, Alexandria. I appreciate it. So I'm still working with the National Brain Tumor Society.
Okay, good.
I'm having, in May, they have a run that they do. I think it's a 5K every year.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I'm going to have a team this year.
Okay.
Robyn, welcome to my team.
Oh, yes.
You're on
Okay.
it, whether
I'm
you
there.
like it or not.
Yes.
And
I'm there.
I am so super happy that, because people are like, all ask me all the time. I did Kelly Clarkson last week, and she was like asking me, or not last week, a couple weeks ago, and she was asking, like, why did I decide to like join with the? And I'm like, I feel when I work with the National Brain Tumor Society, it allows me still to kind of feel close to my dad, and I feel like I have to, right? Like
Right.
there's nothing like I feel like for me to do nothing would be weird.
Right.
So I love working with them. I love bringing awareness. I did my live show 21 Shady Questions in Chicago. Thanks for coming out, you guys who did come out. It was a great night.
Oh.
Have I talked about it?
You have not.
Yeah, it
No,
was- it
there
was
were some
s-
letters in here. Let's see.
It was a super great night.
Hold on.
You guys showed me so much love, and I did talk about it that night as well, because awareness and MRI awareness
Yeah.
needs to, the more we talk about it, hopefully something can change.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that it definitely something needs to be changed, because it does seem to be like it can be a very aggressive.
Yeah. And you're totally fine.
Yeah.
And then you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there's a way to make it much less aggressive,
That would be
and
great.
That would be amazing. And so
Yeah.
what you're doing, I think, is amazing. It's definitely to honor your father, but I think it's also to help others who will be in this situation and hopefully
Yeah.
make a long-term difference.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this.
Somebody came to
letter,
21 Shady
because
Questions.
there is a letter.
Okay.
And they gave their feedback on the show.
They did?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, first of all, if you remember Fasika, who we gave
yes.
a free ticket to,
Yeah.
she just wrote in to say she wanted to give a huge thank you for the tickets to Gizelle's live show. The energy in the room was electric, and we loved every minute of it. A time was had.
Oh,
So
thank you, Fasika.
was-
Yeah, you should have wrote this letter, Fasika, because you got a free ticket and you brought your friend, they were so cute, by the way.
Oh,
Fasika,
that's
it was
nice.
so nice to meet you. And
there's another one.
I do have to tell you guys that come next year, top of next year, 2025, Gizelle will be going on a full-blown tour. 21 Shady Questions is coming to a town near you.
Exciting. I can't find the other letter.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going down.
All right. Let's get back to the drama.
Yeah. We have drama.
Yes. So we have a letter. They've asked us to keep them anonymous.
Okay. I hate when people ask to say that they're anonymous.
I know.
But whatever, we will.
It's just because everyone in the world listens to Reasonably Shady. And
Yes,
they
they
don't
do.
want
Yes, they
their
do.
friends and family to know that we're talking about them.
Okay.
All right, so this is anonymous. Hello, my favorite housewives ever. I've been watching RHOP since it premiered back in 2016. I was 18 at the time. Boy, times goes fast. Yes, it does. But Robyn and First Lady Ms. Bryant were always my favorites. Season 9 is not the same without you, Robyn. You was a real one. Inti Way, I would like to know if I'm being reasonable or shady. Actually, maybe even petty.
Oh, I love the petty.
All right, she says, my husband and I have been together for 6 years, married for 1. We had our own apartment, but the day we moved in, his father suffered multiple strokes, affecting him cognitively. His mom also has some illnesses and does not work. While we lived at our apartment, my husband and I did the 1-hour commute to and from our home to them for doctor appointments, grocery shopping, and eventually we moved in as rent shot up sky high, and they needed the help.
Okay.
We work full time, and on the weekends, I take his mother to run her errands, pick her up from doctor appointments after I get off from work, etc. Low key, I feel like the errand girl. Mind you, she has 3 other children who clearly don't give a fuck or care. She abbreviated that, but I had to say it. Or care to ask if their basic needs are met. None of them offer to do the errands or anything. My husband has offered to fix and pay off the home since we currently pay all bills and expenses except the mortgage, and we already funded some repairs. To put it in perspective, both bathrooms have not been repaired or upgraded since the home was built. Sorry for the long story, but to make it short, my husband and I work and pay for everything from the milk in the fridge to the toilet paper, only to be told from his siblings that I need to remember that I only married into the family, and it's not fair for my husband to inherit the house. Would it be petty or shady to stop their bills and move out and let the other 3 kids figure it out, or am I being reasonable? I just would feel bad leaving 2 people who are sweet and kind in a tough situation. Again, I love you both, my green-eyed bandit aunties.
Okay. So the other siblings want her and the husband to move out?
So it sounds like, yes, they do everything to take care of the parents that are ill and aging, and the house needs a bunch of help and repairs. And but the siblings don't think that the husband that they should inherit the house. Like once I'm sure they're thinking of long-term stuff when the parents pass on.
I agree.
So the siblings, where is it? Yeah, they don't think the husband should inherit the house. Okay. So I guess the other 3 siblings probably wants them to just sell the house and split the proceeds.
Yeah. Okay.
So what is reasonable for them?
Okay.
Because they've been taking care of the parents, they moved in, they help them with the bills, all of that.
Yeah.
Should they have the right to the house?
Okay. So first of all, what's her name? Oh, we don't know her name.
Yeah.
She's shady because she is complaining about what she signed up for. You signed up to marry this man's, and you agreed as a wife to go and live with the in-laws and help them.
Okay.
Now that you're doing it, you can't complain about it. Well, you signed up for it.
I don't think she's complaining.
I'm not done.
Okay.
So now that they're elderly and it's looking like they might kick the bucket. Okay. So we need to figure out estate planning.
Right.
Who's going to own the house? It should go to all the siblings.
Okay.
And girl, no, you should not be able to touch that money.
Right.
You are an in-law. So whatever sibling told you just an in-law. So you need to play your position.
Stay out of it.
Is correct.
Okay.
You should not get a dime.
Okay.
Yes, they should sell the house and split it 3 ways or however many ways.
4, it sounds like.
Split it 4 ways.
He has 3 other.
That's all the way reasonable. And law. How about that?
Okay. I don't think she's complaining that they have to do all this, Yes. I think the fact is the other 3 children are not contributing or helping whatsoever.
But we don't know. We don't have backstory on their lives. We don't know what's going on in their lives.
Right.
They might not be able to. Robyn over here busting up her
mic drop. Yeah.
They might not be able to.
Well,
don't get mad at me because I got to do other stuff. for my family.
Right. But I do think that is common where you do see some families where one child carries the burden and the other ones don't.
Right.
So like I'm going to take it as if there's no reason for these other children to not be able to contribute.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So what do I think? I think it's unfortunate that if they have been spending their money on repairing the house, then I almost feel like maybe there's a way for them to say, okay, when the parents pass, is there a way for them to maybe recoup the money they spent repairing the house?
Okay, fine.
And
that's
then
fair.
split it the 4 ways.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that's maybe the way they should go about it, because it's going to be messy if they refuse to split the house with the other siblings.
But they need to get that handled now while the parents are alive.
Yes. So
and let the parents weigh in.
Right.
And in writing and notarized.
Yes. So let the husband work this out with his siblings. I think the husband should say, look, I spent however much at $10,000 repairing the bathrooms. So when we do sell the house, I would like to get
off the top
my $10,000, off the top, and then we split the sale of the house.
That's fair.
I think that's fair.
And wifey poo, stay out of it. It ain't none of your business.
Yeah. I mean, you could talk to your husband about it, because that, essentially he's using y'all's money to upgrade his parents' house. But you can't have the conversation with the sibling. You can't be in the conversation with the siblings.
No.
So talk to your husband, say, I think this is fair. I think you recoup the money that we put into the house, and then we split it and we go about our way.
Yes, period. End of story. Moving on to the next.
See, that's Aries advice. See, if you took the Virgo advice, y'all be fighting for 20 years, okay? The Aries, the sensible Aries, just gave you some good advice.
Okay, so Priscilla, I just want you to know, Priscilla sent a little picture in. I'm going to show y'all the picture right here. And she said, just caught up on my podcast and had to seek this out, and there it was on Facebook. Love the podcast. Bye. And this is from Priscilla. Okay. So Robyn discussed back several weeks ago that she was in a Sean P. Diddy Combs, what do you call those things? Video.
Yes.
Video.
Yeah, do they make those anymore?
Right.
A music video.
What was the song?
Bad Boy for Life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Cause something we bad boy for life.
Right. So this proves that Robyn ain't going nowhere. She is in the video forever. She will go nowhere. She will always be in a bad boy video.
Yep. Always.
She ain't going nowhere. She's in the video. Yes. Thank you, Priscilla. Because I forgot about this. And it is a still shot. And that's Robyn Dixon, y'all.
Yeah.
She's in the video. How much did you get for
that?
that?
She sent 2 pictures, because the second one was like, it's like me, and then like Diddy is like right there, and I'm like looking at him. But
so did you get residuals for that?
No, I got paid $700 to be in that video.
$700.
Yeah.
Is that like the going rate? I don't
know. I thought that was good though. Like at that time, I'm like, okay. They flew me to LA and gave me $700.
Okay. Did they fly you coach or first class?
Probably coach.
Okay.
But it was fine. I mean, I was,
Yeah. Okay, this is our last one. So, hey, ladies, me again, your girl, Gigi. Who's Gigi?
She's overseas. Where is she from again? She's overseas. She wrote into us. She writes into us a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
is she in France? I don't remember where she is.
Okay. Even if you do not read this on the podcast, I appreciate an answer, because it does drive me crazy when watching RHOP. Oh, this is an RHOP question. Okay. So I don't know if I can answer this, but I will try.
Okay.
You know how many people who did not grow up on Tia and Tamara Mowry on their TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
What?
Did you?
That's a question?
You know how people who did not grow up, can't tell them apart.
Oh, okay.
Oh, especially Tamara has made a mole on her face.
Oh, she created one? She put one on her face to be?
I don't know. She said, how do we tell Miss Angel and Miss Adore apart? Because every time I've watched them on RHP, I've always had to guess who's who, and I'm always wrong.
Yes, I can tell you.
There has to be a physical differentiation for between the two young ladies. So please do tell.
Okay.
By the way, they are such smart and gorgeous young ladies. Congratulations, Gizelle.
Yes, they are.
So how do you tell?
Okay. So I wish I had realized this a long time ago.
Okay, but before you tell, I do want to say that there have been twice when they have been on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in
the names are wrong.
The names are wrong. In the third half or third lower half, whatever. Anyway, when they say their names that Bravo writes, they're wrong.
They're wrong. Okay. All right. So this is how I tell them apart. Angel has a rounder face.
Yes.
And a scar on her forehead.
Yes.
That's how I tell them apart.
Oh, and so that if it's not round and no scar, it's a door.
It's a door.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's
so
true.
I wish I had learned that sooner, and I wish I wish I could spend more time with them.
Yeah.
So that I didn't need to like look for the rounder face. You know what I mean? Like I want to get to the point where like I can just like see one and I just know off the bat like
that's a door.
Hey, a door.
That's
you know?
Angel. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I do have like, so my son has some twins that are like his buddies, and they played football since they were like 5 years old. And I like, you know, I see them and I know exactly who's who. I don't have to like pause and what, like, you know, it's just like instant. So I wish I could be at the point with them where I'm like, hey girl, but I have to like pause and look.
Yeah. Well, everyone when they were growing up, like their classmates, they would tell them apart because the Angel had the scar.
Yeah.
But then it got to a point where, because I would ask their friends, I'm like, so, you know, how do y'all tell them apart? And they're like, their friends would say they don't look alike.
Mm-hmm. They just see the difference, right?
Yes. And so you have to get to that part.
That's what. Yeah, like that's what I wish I have. I wish I've been able to spend more time around them so I could see that they like don't look alike.
They don't. Yeah. No,
but
they
don't. Clearly they do look alike.
I mean, they do, but like to me, they don't look alike at all.
Right.
But yes, to the rest of the world. And it's funny because Angel went to go visit Adore.
Okay.
At Adore goes to Hampton. So in their respective schools, they're not known as twins.
Right.
So for two of them to be walking around campus, everybody was like, what? What's happening? Oh my gosh. Like people didn't know they had a twin.
That's cute.
So yeah, that was very cute. I told them, I was like, y'all should dress alike.
Uh-huh.
And then it'd be real confusing.
Oh, do one of those like bait and switch things?
Yes,
like...
or something. And they didn't.
Okay.
But everybody was like freaked out.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here.
All right.
We got to go. We got things to do. We love y'all so much.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for listening. And don't ever forget to live your life either reasonable or shady.
Or both. And get your Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Woo!
Thank you so much for watching Reasonably Shady on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe.
Yes. And for all things reasonably shady, click below. More stuff.